The truth is out there. Sometimes, it hides in the darkest corners of a forest, waiting to be found. In the cold final days of December 1980, something extraordinary happened in Rendlesham Forest, a dense woodland in Suffolk, England. This was not just any forest. It sat between two critical NATO air bases, RAF Bentwaters and RAF Woodbridge. These bases housed thousands of United States Air Force personnel, standing guard during the iciest moments of the Cold War. They were trained to see everything, to report everything. But what they witnessed over 3 consecutive nights would test their training, their beliefs, and the official explanations that followed. It would become known as Britain's Roswell. The first report came in the early hours of December 26, 1980, near the east gate of RAF Woodbridge. Security patrolmen saw strange lights descending into Rendlesham Forest. They feared a crash. Sergeant Jim Peniston, Airman John Burroughs, and Airman Ed Cabansag moved in to investigate. An unnatural silence fell. Radio communications broke down, filled with static. The light intensified through the undergrowth. They found something else. A craft, metallic, triangular, about 3 meters wide and 2 meters high, rested silently on 3 small legs, bathed in white light, a reddish pulse on top, a steady blue below. Peniston saw strange symbols, like hieroglyphs, on a smooth, cool surface. The air felt electric. Time seemed to slow. He circled it, took notes, and sketched the unfamiliar markings for his report. After minutes that felt like hours, the object lifted without a sound, maneuvered between trees, and shot into the night at impossible speed. 2 nights later, the lights returned. The base was on high alert. Deputy Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt, skeptical, led an investigative team into the woods. Armed with a cassette recorder, a night scope, and security personnel, he sought a rational cause. At the same clearing, radiation readings were still elevated. A pulsating reddish-orange light moved through the trees, seeming to drip molten light, yet nothing lay below. On the tape, Halt's skepticism dissolves. It's coming this way. It's definitely coming this way. The object hovered above them, then slipped away without a sound. More lights appeared, performing maneuvers no conventional aircraft could. A narrow beam swept the ground, and the weapons storage area. Halt's voice records shock as the beam illuminates near their position. The spectacle lasted hours, then vanished. In the days after, an investigation began, shrouded in secrecy. Colonel Halt filed a formal memorandum sent to the Ministry of Defense. Declassified years later, it documented strange objects, ground indentations, and abnormally high radiation readings. Not a misidentified star or lighthouse. The memo is sober, precise, official. Despite credible witnesses and physical evidence, public response was muted. The MOD declared no threat to national security. No further action warranted. Witnesses were debriefed. Some say they were told not to speak, forget what they saw. Researchers used the Freedom of Information Act to secure Halt's memo. Its release was a bombshell, official corroboration for an incredible story. The case became one of the most credible encounters in UFO history, yet every artifact raised more questions than answers. Decades later, Rendlesham remains unsolved and fiercely debated. Some witnesses maintain they encountered a craft not of this world. Movements defied physics, symbols unknown. Skeptics point to the Orford Ness Lighthouse, a meteor, or secret aircraft tests. Others suggest psychological warfare experiments, lights, electromagnetic interference, official downplay. Yet no single theory explains all 3 nights. The truth may be complex, multifaceted. Physical traces, high readings, trained observers. Each answer leaves new questions. Why would professionals mistake a lighthouse for a landed craft? If a UFO, where from, and why? If an experiment, who authorized it? These questions keep Rendlesham alive, mysteries that refuse to be solved. They linger in the shadows of a dark English forest, and somewhere between the trees and the stars, the truth is still waiting.